How do you travel with the best camera gear, whether that's on an airplane or in a van? Well, I have years worth of experience getting my gear down into smaller sizes, especially in the van because you didn't have much space. So today I'm gonna take you inside my camera bag and record myself showing you the two things that I have diverted my energy into since selling my van. Right now on Wild by the Mile. Hey Wild One, what's up? I am coming to you this week live in action of my life. It's something I've never done before. This week I've spent every day filming my life in motion because the action doesn't slow down, so I need a camera that doesn't as well. It can keep up with my everyday life. Cue the DJI Osmo Pocket. I've taken the Osmo Pocket with me everywhere I went this week so that I could show you for the first time ever what my life is really like in action. Whether I'm biking, hiking, surfing, skateboarding, or just hanging out at the beach, this allows me to be seamless, like I'm just shooting my everyday life without a huge camera in my face. Instead of carrying a big DSLR here out on the trail, I just carry the Pocket, which is smaller than the size of my hand. There are two incredibly hard things about being a YouTuber. One, I do all of this by myself. Filming, editing, coming up with the topic ideas. You have to try and figure out how you're gonna shoot yourself doing it, and it's really quite hard to figure out how to shoot yourself, so you end up just shooting the scenery. With a Pocket, like, I can so easily take it out really quick, record it, and put it back, and going back to live in the present moment. The Osmo Pocket has FaceTrack. Like, no matter where I'm moving, I can move all around and the camera is going to track me. I know that I am in focus and in frame. My second favorite feature of the Osmo Pocket by DJI is the ActiveTrack. That's gonna come in to play when I'm skateboarding, and I'm gonna have my neighbor Chad video me. I've collaborated with the Osmo Pocket to show you the two sports that I've been diverting my time into since selling the van.
We do, Liz.
Let's hop the fence.
Let's do it.
There are two sports that I've really wanted to master over the past few years when moving to San Diego. That's surfing and skateboarding. I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and my mom put me in every single sport, so I'm naturally athletic. But the two activities are the two sports that I didn't do growing up. Surfing, obviously because of the proximity to the ocean or lack thereof. Moving out to California, I instantly was drawn or gravitated to skateboarding and surfing just because I love that lifestyle. I love the being out in the sun, being by the water, just that dreamy Cali vibe. This is the man who helped get me into skating. He bought me my pads for my birthday. Learning a new hobby, you have to have the confidence in yourself. So yes, some mornings I don't want to go because I'm scared. Because it does suck learning something and not mastering it yet, or falling and injuring yourself, not having the extreme full confidence because you are learning. I have to tell myself, you're confident, you got this, because as soon as you change your mind to like, oh, and you freak out internally, then you're gonna fall. It's happened to me multiple times. We were coming every morning, and I make sure that it's the first thing on my schedule. Not only are less people there, which makes me more confident because I don't feel like I'm in other people's way, it makes sure that I push myself and go. And sometimes it's just about getting in the car and going. We haven't really come in a month, and so this is our first day back. Learning new sports has not come seamlessly or easy. Talk about injuries. So this turn, right there, I jammed, rotated, and landed like this, but completely jammed down my leg, my left leg, and so I couldn't walk for like 2 weeks. Fortunately, no major injury. It was just a little bit of a strain. Then I came back, was getting back into it. Of course, it like really messes up your psyche. So I found that skateboarding is such a mental game because you think like, okay, if I fall, I'm falling on concrete, and I have wheels under me, so I'm not the steadiest. It's all about balance. I've had these like high school boys come up and help me improve my skills so that I can get better at the pump track. There's a group of guys here that are all, I would say, over the age of 50 years old, and they all meet Wednesday mornings and skate together. So their group leader is a guy named Billy. He was a professional skateboarder in the 80s, and he's so genuinely nice. Like when I come out here in the mornings on Wednesday, or when I see him here, he always helps me. He always gives me lessons and tips. There are people who will help you along the way, is what I have found. That's the beauty of it. Like, I haven't learned on YouTube. I've learned by getting out there and doing.
Like, hey, come here. Why don't you try this? You know what I mean? Like, put your knee in, you know, get low.
The other people I meet out here at the pump track are women's groups. Women's groups like Kate Boards, She Skates Here, and Babes and Boards. Because I really relate to them. They're trying to bring that, like feminine feel, or more of like, hey, women are skateboarding too. Let's all rally together. Psych! No surfing today, not for at least another 6 weeks, because I broke my finger and tore all the ligaments in my finger surfing. I was on a first date with a guy. I have a short board, he had a long board that day. He said, I really want to try your short board, and I said, okay, well, let's switch for a second. I got in his longboard. I'm not used to longboards. They're heavier, they're longer. What I did is I caught a wave, I was paddling back out, and I bailed, meaning I threw the board to the side. I went under the wave's crashing, and the board is behind me now. Well, let's just pretend this is a leash, gets wrapped around my finger. It pretty much, the leash wrapping around and just like, it just goes with all the force of the crashing wave. And they said I was very lucky that it didn't amputate my finger. Honestly, the hardest part today was just putting on this wetsuit because I can't like lift it up with my broken finger. It's kind of healing crooked at the moment. Hopefully there won't be any long-term damage, but right now it's kind of like this, and we're trying to straighten it out. Also, there's like a little hump over here just because of the way it's healing. So the first item I ever bought when moving to San Diego in 2015 was a surfboard. It was a foamy board, which a foamy is what you learn on, a pink foamy. I think it was 6'7", and I have gotten better. I've progressed to where I can get down on a smaller surfboard that's actually a legitimate surfboard. I learned surfing first by YouTube. Like, I learned surfing by watching this channel called How to Rip on YouTube that I love. It kind of taught me all the basics, and then I would just make myself get out there. Hi! My favorite neighbor, the man of the hour. Surf neighbor. Hide your face. Surfing is the hardest sport I've ever tried. Let's take you back to my van really quick. The most bulky items, or the items that took up the most cargo space, my camera equipment. I was always looking for a solution on how to make sure the camera gear became smaller in size because I had limited space in my van. My whole clothes closet was my camera gear closet for my clothes, my shoes, and my bathroom, all in one. I don't need any other camera gear with my Osmo Pocket. It has a microphone built in. The camera is 4K, it's on a Steadicam for action shots, and I have my Mavic drone, which allows me to get aerial shots. They're the really only two camera gear items I need. So here is my former camera bag and my former camera gear, and here is my upgraded, smaller in size, do more than one thing, present camera gear. Look at this bag compared to this bag. So let me show you the Pocket. I just turn it on with this button, and I'm gonna turn it off and turn it on again so you can see this camera is on a gimbal. So when I turn it on, the gimbal is rotating it to balance the camera. The gimbal is what allows you to take action shots that are steady. I tested it in all lighting conditions, and I was impressed, especially pitch dark black at night at a Christmas parade, picking up all the lights. The DJI Osmo Pocket is definitely gonna be my go-to camera from now on, especially when filming these YouTube videos. I'm out of breath. Hiking. Definitely need to get back into shape. I know, I can have my reasons for why I haven't been active in the past month, but overall they're just excuses. So you can still do stuff, even when your body's a little broken. I hope you have a very happy holidays. See you next time.